Amazing, incredible. You know, like all that hard work, all that, it's very similar to the last one, which is really the theme of what we were going for. Some carbon work, but nothing major, just lots of like here and there's.
So there's something I
10,000 and at 14,000 feet.
The quickest man in Canada and the USA, period. It's William O'Gee, the motorsport car, the vibrant motorsport, quickest so far with a minute 30.915, and I think he's got K24 to another one. And then the transmission coming through the finish line now was Jimmy Ing. Well, the Ginetta G55 just went past there. Kilograms front-wheel drive, maybe the ultimate front-wheel drive car, bar Mighty Mouse, of course, at minute 26.2, if indeed that's the case. Sector 1, sector 2 looking not too high, which is not too bad. Pointing the front-wheel drive car in, nailing the throttle now with that K24 Honda. Looks all pretty good. Across the finish line, he goes through for a nice lap. 27.935. There's your response, ladies and gentlemen. He's done his.
We're here at World Time Attack 2017 with Will from PZ Tuning, all the way from Canada. Now, Will's brought...
Owner, driver, builder of the Vibrant Performance Civic version 2 this time, to engine parameters, to ECU, transmission. We actually had like Aaron Ware help us get checked it off one by one until we knew that 100%. We rolled up to tech day confident that this car didn't need anything. Tire test day it's an optional day. Crazy enough, you know, our very first tire test day. Obviously 2019, our Achilles heel was transmission. You know, I'm not gonna blame it. We ran that transmission
with a 205.7, reminding everyone not to count out the front-wheel drive Honda platform from taking P1.
I'm Will L. Young. I'm here at Super Lap Battle USA at Circuit of the Americas. We're here with our Vibrant Performance PZ Tuning Civic, and today's day 2, afternoon, and we just put out an incredible time. We did a 205.6 on our second session today. Absolutely blown away. We had to work late through the night. You know, the crew did a fantastic job. We noticed the OEM casing actually had a crack inside it. So we took the time, we did bring a spare transmission, and we just took the time to actually change over that transmission. And it's worked great all day. Just super excited to be, you know, here turning laps again and absolutely just improving my times all day long.
How are you?
I'm doing good. It's great to be back in the US and doing some motorsports adventures again.
Yeah, unfortunately you've been stuck in Canada for a while, right?
Yep.
But you're back, and this is your second time at Pikes Peak, correct?
We ran it in 2019. It was a great experience. We actually got on the podium, came third place in unlimited class. We didn't quite achieve what we, you know, came to achieve, so that's why we're back. We're here to, you know, battle for the front-wheel drive record, and hopefully the mountain gives us that opportunity.
It's like, it's gone through so many stages, and it's kind of amazing what you've been able to achieve with it. So do you still hold the record at Tsukuba?
So I still have the FF record at Tsukuba.
Yeah.
Currently, we still technically hold the records at Global Time Attack at Buttonwillow, Road Atlanta, New Jersey Motorsports Park. We also hold the grid life record at Gingerman Raceway. Those are pretty big.
But those are overall records, right?
Those are overall time attack records.
Yeah, time attack overall. Doesn't matter if it's front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, all wheel drive, you know, no wheel drive, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're competing with a vehicle that was meant to just
haul groceries.
Just haul groceries, be reliable, and it's a Honda, right? But you've just turned it into something greater. You've turned it into something insane. It's really cool to see what you've done. So this is the last generation. What have you changed from the previous generation?
Okay, so a little bit of a primer. You know, the original Civic that we set all the records on, unfortunately, I kind of smashed the crap out of it at Road America in 2019. So this is actually version 2 of that car. It's a new chassis. We rebuilt it. A lot of carryover parts from the last car, but overall, there's a lot of like new ideas and new implementations adapted into this car to really take what we've achieved and take it to that next level. I think, you know, bringing back that Civic and the front wheel driveness of it, I think one of the eye-opening things as a competitor was, you know, when we first started going down this path, especially with the front wheel drive car, you know, back in 2015 when we first built the car into an unlimited class car, I don't think anybody really gave us any real attention at that point in time of, you know, where we were gonna end up. And I don't think even as a team we really knew how far we could take it. But then as we kept developing and keep pushing and pushing, we just started achieving, you know, goals that almost seemed impossible. Like those overall records really seemed impossible when we first started this build. And I really, you know, going backwards, it's like, just don't look at limitations, look at possibilities, you know, and that's really what this is.
If you told me however many years ago, when Time Attack actually, I feel like, was probably the most popular in the US, that a front-wheel drive car would hold all these records, I would think you're crazy. I would say there's no way. But the crazy thing to me is, while this car was quick as a stock vehicle, if you take it onto the track, it's nowhere near fast, you know, compared to a purpose-built sports car, purpose-built race car, right? But you've changed it to, and at that point, I mean, at this point, it's not really a Civic anymore. It's just this crazy front-wheel drive vehicle.
But to the surprise of a lot of people, you know, you look at it, obviously, you know, the aero package is overwhelming on the car, but we still run stock floor pan, I run stock subframe, stock lower control arms.
Stock brakes.
Stock rear brakes.
Stock brakes, I can't believe.
So stock rear lower control arms, a lot of stock parts.
Yeah.
So the actual, and the pickup points are all still OEM. We did do some modification to the rear suspension, but the overall geometry is still Honda. And I think a lot of people are surprised when I tell them, like, it's like, no, I still run stock tie rods on this front of this car. And it just shows you, you know, sometimes people get too into it and really too into making perfect when good enough was already there. And that's really how my program works. My program looks at the next weakest point and develop from there, improve upon there.
Because you never actually imagined that it would get to this point. It just evolved over time.
Absolutely. And, you know, we're not a pro team by any stretch of the imagination. You know, all the ideas here, like a lot of the aero design, this car's never been through CFD. It doesn't have a 3D scan on it. It's never been in a wind tunnel. These are literally ideas we have. Now, a lot of them are just basic principles that are already proven, and we just implement it in the best way possible. So, as I was, you know, telling the guys at Cole Duran shop at 4D Engineering, it's like the whole aero concept was made out of cardboard initially and modified in cardboard until we were happy with what our design was, and then we made a mold of it and then made the carbon parts out of it.
So technically, I haven't actually shot this vehicle because this is a brand new chassis.
This is a brand new chassis.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
So the OG chassis is in the scrap.
Right. But I absolutely love the livery. I love the you know, vibrant performance. I love the Pikes Peak mountain on the side. Let's start with the front. Can we check out the engine?
Yes, absolutely.